Greetings everyone, welcome back to Cinema Prescriptions, where we dive deep into a film and prescribe you all that you need to enjoy the film. I am your host, Mr. Dr. Rice, and today we will be going over
the Book of Clarence. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so the director for this film is James Samuel. He's a new director. The only thing he's really directed was a film called The Harder They Fall, which is a Western film. He's typically known for composing for films. So it's always good to see a new director. I've never seen anything from him, so I don't know what to expect, which is exciting for me. Alright, so the synopsis for this film is a down-on-his-luck man struggles to find a better life for his family while fighting to free himself of debt. Captivated by the power and glory of the rising Messiah, he risks everything to carve his own path to a divine life, ultimately discovering that the redemptive power of belief may be the only way out. So that was a pretty good synopsis of the film. So the story takes place during the New Testament of the Bible, and it's pretty much the New Testament if it was told by a brother. So it was very interesting to watch that film. The budget for this film was $40 million. I feel like it definitely had a great budget, and the budget matched what they were trying to do with this film. It actually looked better than a $40 million film. The graphics that they used in the film were awesome to see. They were fine. Nothing looked fake or anything like that. The production value of the film, so it takes place in like the old sand and sandals era. So you can see all the temple. So that looked fine also. The film has a lot of big named actors. So it has Laketh Lessiter, Alfie Woodward, James McAvoy, and the music in the film was also great. So I feel like this definitely was a good budget for this film. A good comparison for this film would be The Great Gatsby, which Samuel also composed for that film, so he has ties to that movie. The Great Gatsby took an anachronistic story and applied contemporary film techniques, music, and effects to it, and that was very interesting to see in the film. Just like the Book of Clarence does the same thing, so you hear modern day music, you see modern effects and stuff like that. And also it kind of reminds me of Sorry to Bother You, which is also a movie that Laketh started. What makes this film easy to love? I would say the direction and the production design of the film was great. The way that the director portrays things on screen are very visually pleasing and interesting. Just like how the main character Clarence gets ideas and you can see it visually. And I like how the cinematography was done in the film, so the way people were lit. I love how Jesus was lit in the film. Was like he had this glow to him and you couldn't really see him, but you saw the light behind him. So that's how I guess people in the Bible will see Jesus for the first time. And I love that the film, although it's a comedy, doesn't forget that it's a film, so it looks like a film. It was very artful how it was put together, rather than how comedies are done nowadays, where they kind of forget to be a movie and they forget to be visually pleasing, and those films kind of feel like sitcoms. Another thing that makes it easy to love is the character of Clarence is very interesting and dynamic. Laketh does a great job in the role and making him a very likable character. Seeing him go from a con artist to the person that he is at the end of the film is very interesting and makes you want to root for him. And the music of the film was very memorable. It was great to hear modern beats and stuff like that. So Samuel is the composer and the director and the writer of the film, so he adds his own music to the film, and it's nice to see the soul that his music adds to the film. What would make it hard to love? If I have to pick something, I would say that film has the reoccurring theme of blacks versus the police and the inequality of the justice system. I personally, as a black man, feel that this is a stereotypical thing to add to a film nowadays. I feel like it's been done to death, but that's just a nitpick. It's not really like glaring, but that's something that I did notice in the film. So, the prescription I'm writing to you is, if you want to enjoy this film, enjoy the direction and production design of the film. The character and the story are very engaging. And the music from the film is very soulful and it adds so much to the movie. Because music in a film is very important. It's probably like the most important thing of the movie, in my opinion. What to make the film hard to love? It does go into the stereotypical black versus the police, even in classic days. So, that's the prescription I write for you. See you next time.